Hey guys, how you doing? Derby here, and in this video I'll be going over treasure hunting and treasure maps. So what exactly is treasure hunting? Well, simply put, treasure hunting is a new feature where you can go and, well, hunt for treasure. You can get many rewards from treasure hunting, such as housing crafting equipment, standard crafting equipment, minions, gil, potions, and even mythology tomes. You start off your treasure hunt by getting yourself a map. You can obtain maps through any of the current 3 gathering professions: mining, botany, or fishing. There are 5 different tiers of maps. Each tier corresponds to a different difficulty, 1 being the easiest, 5 being the hardest. You can tell the difference between the tiers as they all have a different name. Also, each tier map can only be mined or gathered from a specific gathering node. We'll go over each map, the tiers, and the gathering nodes in a moment. Once you've obtained your map, you need to decipher your map, and after you deciphered your map, you need to go to a location on the map, dig in the area, and you'll find yourself a chest. Once you see the chest, click on it and a set of mobs will appear. Kill them, and then you can loot. You can learn to decipher your maps by going to Eastern Lonoskia, Wineport, and then talking to Haloon. There, you will initiate a quest known as Treasures and Tribulations. This is a very quick and easy quest which will teach you the basics of treasure hunting. After completion, you'll learn to decipher and dig actions. Drag them onto your hotbar and you're now ready to start treasure hunting. So the first tier map we have is a time-worn leatherskin map. This is a tier 1 map. These types of maps can be gathered from all level 40 nodes. It is the easiest map difficulty. It is also a map which can be done solo. In fact, all maps from tiers 1 to 4 can be done solo, except for tier 5s. Next, we have a times-worn goatskin map. These types of maps are tier 2 maps and can only be gathered from level 45 gathering nodes. Time-worn toadskin maps are tier 3 maps. These can only be gathered from level 50 nodes. Time-worn boarskin map is a tier 4 map. These are the hardest difficulty solo maps. These are also gathered from level 50 nodes. We now have the hardest difficulty map, a time-worn peacerskin map. These are tier 5 maps and again can only be gathered from level 50 gathering nodes. It is worth noting that none of these maps require any of the rare level 50 gathering nodes in order to obtain. There are a few other things I'd like to point out. You can only obtain 1 treasure map every 18 hours. This cap applies to all of your gathering professions and all tiers of maps. If you're mining for a peacerskin map, for example, and a toadskin or boarskin map appears, you do not have to gather one of the boarskins or the toadskin maps. You can simply gather another resource, such as wind shards, and the node will refresh. You can then go to another node and repeat until you finally found the map you want to gather. Next, you cannot have multiple copies of a specific tier of map. In other words, you cannot have 2 peacerskin maps in your inventory. You can, however, have 1 undeciphered peacerskin map and 1 deciphered peacerskin map. You can also have 1 of each tier map, so you can have 1 peacerskin map, 1 boarskin map, and 1 toadskin map in your inventory at one time. You can also trade, buy and sell fresh, undeciphered maps. You cannot, however, sell a map which you have already deciphered. Peacerskin maps, being the hardest difficulty, are recommended to have a solid 8-man group to complete. It is possible, however, if your group is geared enough to complete all of these maps as a 4-man group. A tank, a healer is required for all of the peacerskin maps, as for most chests, a boss with 2 waves of mobs usually appear. I'd always recommend doing peacerskin maps over the others, as they are the most rewarding. This is because they are intentionally designed for 8 players as a group, so you may find yourself getting more rewards doing one of the solo maps, but as a group, peacerskin maps give you more overall gil and rewards, as it is rewarding 8 players. Per peacerskin map, you're guaranteed as a whole to get 13k gil minimum. If you're lucky, you could instead get 4.5k gil per person for a peacerskin map, making you have a total reward of 36k. This doesn't include the items each person could obtain. Also, in most maps, you may have a chance to need, grid or pass on a rare item. These items could be anything from frosted lenses, chinchilla hides, level 45 ethereal loot, even the infamous blue bird minion, which is extremely rare. Despite the 18-hour cap on gathering maps, however, this does not apply to deciphering or completing treasure maps. It is therefore possible to have an 8-man group farm 8 Peace Skin maps each day, then do all 8 at once. This will rack in some serious money in items towards yourself or the guild. So doing 8 maps per day, you can get 100k gil into the bank without even trying, just off the gold. Selling all the items off the map reward could net you 200k plus a day easily. In a week, an entire group could get themselves between 500k to 1 mil gil, which is an extremely fast way for guilds to make money towards their FC houses. So this pretty much covers the basics of treasure hunting. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.